Yo, welcome back to another episode of the L.A.M.A.R.R Show. We love art, music, and real rap. Real rap meaning real conversation. And if you love the same, please hit that like, subscribe, comment, and/or share. You could do one, you could do all. Either way is always appreciated and never hated. Today's episode, we got a big one, man. We got a super producer, like literally a super producer, like your favorite rapper's producer.
Yeah.
He worked with the likes of Bone Thugs and Harmony,
Yes.
Ron Isley,
Yes.
Jay-Z,
Yeah.
Nas, DMX, Ja Rule,
Yeah.
Styles P.
Yeah.
Yo, the list go on. Like, yo, it's shit, we already here, man. Give it up for self, man.
Yeah, what's
super producer. Oh, hold on. What's on that back? My fault. Hold on, I fucked you up. No, I fucked you up.
Don't worry.
Hold up. All right, so you already heard who he produced for, but his name is Super Producer Self-Service.
Yeah, that's me. How y'all doing, man? What's good, love?
Yo, so first of all, how'd you even get the name Self-Service? I don't think I've ever heard this story. Or you want to run it back and lead into that?
Well, no. The name came about because, I'm 5%. I'm God body.
Peace to the gods and the earth.
Peace to the gods. So, my attribute is Lord, natural self, ominous and scientific God Allah. So what I do is from, I went to prison, I came home 5%. And then from there, I got into the music thing, and then I just was like, okay, self is my attribute. Everybody call me self. And I'm like, damn, the self-service got a little ring to it for the beat shit and all that.
Yeah.
So I said, all right, let me just do self-service, because my man was Sha Self, Sha Money XL, Sha Money XL.
Oh, all right, Sha Money XL. Oh, yeah,
this is my man. Like, we grew up together in the same hood. So I knew he had the name already, you know what I'm saying? Sha Self. So I couldn't use Sha Self. So I said, all right, self-service.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how it came about, my production name.
All right. Oh, so you already had the name Self, and then you added the service with the production.
Once I got into production.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. So let's bring it back to even before the production. So all right, let the people know where you're from.
I am from Shadyville, USA.
All right. For the people who don't know where that's
Queens Village, Queens.
All right.
You heard? Shout out to my homies, man. I'm an OG. We started the name over there back in 1980.
1980.
I was out on the block 1980.
1980.
Yeah.
1980. That's in Queens. That's
that
a lot of
that was the South Side era. Fat Cat, Bimmy. Shout out to Bimmy. That's my bro. You know what I'm saying? And a whole bunch of South Side dudes. Queens get the money, man. We've been getting money, but people used to go Queens, and we used to get mad. And
yeah,
we used to be like, yo,
wait, why was they doing that though? Like, because people don't know.
They tried to make it seem like we was the suburbs because we had houses and all that, and niggas that had projects in Brooklyn and Harlem and the Bronx. But look, it's more dangerous in them damn houses, in them back streets of Queens. Like, niggas be laying in niggas' yard. Nigga go home and niggas in their driveway in their yard waiting on them, laying on them. It's almost the same as being in the elevator in the project. Niggas in your staircase. Niggas was getting killed in the back streets in Queens, man. It's dangerous as fuck. And then a lot of people in the industry and established people come out of Queens. Queens basically run the industry.
Hey, yo, I ain't gonna, yo, that's the debate right now. Like, they're trying to figure out, like, who the most
down Queens, bro. Not just saying it because I'm from Queens, because I lived in Brooklyn. Shout out to my niggas in Marcy, Dollar, and all my peoples and all that. And then I lived in Harlem for damn near 20 years on 145th and Lenox. I lived in the Bronx.
Uptown,
I lived out of state. I lived, different places because I'm an OG. But, the debate is we got Russell Simmons, we got Steve Stout, we got Run DMC, we got
basketball
Run
players.
DMC, we got basketball players, we got Irv Gotti, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But these people are established. We got me, Sha Money, dudes, DJ Clue. We got major Envy. We got major dudes that's heavy in the industry out of Queens. Like, Brooklyn got a few cats. Harlem got a few cats.
Now they got a lot. I guess now they got a lot.
Not executive-wise in industry power movers.
Okay.
There's a lot of rap niggas. Rap niggas come out of the Brooklyn and the Bronx and Harlem. You can't take
that. Nah, you can't do it.
But executives, niggas that's executives now that's turning around this shit, it's not too many come out. Yeah.
I get what you're
The
saying.
biggest one in any other borough is Hove.
Oh, true.
Jay-Z and his camp.
As far as the biggest, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Out of any other borough. But we still got Russell, who put them niggas on.
Yeah, you got Russell.
We got Steve Style, he put Nas.
MC Search.
Can't stop. Yeah, Search too, that's my man. Like Nas, all these people. We got Queensbridge, we got Southside, 50 Cent.
Cool G Rap.
Like, come on, B. 50 Cent even.
Run DMC.
Onyx. Jam Master
Lost
Jay,
Boys.
God bless the dead. Lost Boys.
Nori. CNN. Capone.
Yes.
Royal Flush.
Look. Now let's keep. Somebody else bring some more names up from other boroughs that can.
I ain't gonna lie. That's what I'm saying. The Brooklyn
it's
one.
Hard.
Nah, but I ain't gonna lie. All right, if we talk,
who else out of Brooklyn?
Yo, all right. So if you got AZ, you got Jay-Z, you got Biggie,
Big,
Buster.
God
you got
Buster.
Long
Island, and Brooklyn. So
Long Island and Brooklyn, but it's still. But
he supposedly he claims he can't. Yeah, he comes out of Brooklyn, but he was in his career started in Long Island. He took off from there, but he does rep Brooklyn, so we'll give that to Bus Footman. That's my man, Bus. Good for Brooklyn. Cool.
The Fushnikins.
Okay. That's about you. Ain't got 10 yet.
Nah, chill. All right. Then you still got so many people. That's why you got.
I'm going
all over. That's what I'm saying.
You got the female. You got
Lola Brooke.
Lola. You got
Foxy Brown.
Foxy,
you got Lil Kim.
You got Lil
Kim.
Kim.
Wildin' right now. Lil C's.
Lil C's. Right. That's my
and
man
I'm
too.
missing mad people right now.
All right, but that's
ODB.
about it.
No, it's so much.
ODB. That's about it.
No.
How many more?
A lot more. I'm just because we in interview mode right now.
I get that, but
you put me on the spot.
Yeah, but
you put me on the spot.
I done named at least 20 out of Brooklyn, out of Queens.
Now you do.
Out of one little area though. Now mind you, we all in one little area.
That's true.
50 was Southside. Nas and them is Queensbridge. But everybody else down there I mentioned come out of the Hollis, Shadyville, Queens Village area. Every other one, Steve South Clue, all the rest of the niggas is that area.
All right, so
one little area, bro. We've been blessed. You know what I'm saying? And in producer wise, I feel like I'm one of the illest that come out that shit. Like to me.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Yo, you got anthems. So we don't get into that. Yo, I ain't wanna. You got people. You got anthems, and like I don't think people understand like because we talked a little bit off camera, but like people rap to instrumentals and don't even know who produced it.
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying. So definitely producers though too. It definitely producers. Queens got producers. Crazy,
it's crazy. We got Mike Geronimo. We got
that's what I'm saying. There's too many niggas to name. But even that's what I'm saying.
Then
Brooklyn
DJ
too.
wise, we got Love De Niro. That's my man.
Oh yeah.
Coach PR.
Ron G from Queens too.
I can't call that one.
Yeah, I can't call that one either. But
we got Superstar J.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We had Big Cap. God bless the dead. That was my man.
Self.
Yeah.
DJ Self.
Self.
DJ Self.
Yeah. I know. Ain't he a Brooklyn nigga? I think he a Brooklyn. He one of them. So that's a hard one. Self, my man too. Shout out to Self.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So like, really, it's hard.
All right, now it is hard.
We can't even say Harlem just got most of the players. You got Jim Jones. You got Cam. Shout out to Cam and Jim.
Vado.
Niggas cool niggas. Vado. You got the whole
Mano. I'm not Mano. I meant Nino Man.
Brooklyn. Oh, shout out Mano, my nigga Mano.
That's Brooklyn. That's Uncle Murder. That's what I'm saying. Yo, come on.
No, it is. Okay, so but look though, I can't take nothing from that, but still, when you talk about Brooklyn and Queens, we're basically the same.
Smif-N-Wessun.
Smif-N-Wessun.
Skelter.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Because
when you look at Brooklyn and Queens is basically like Harlem and the Bronx is basically, and Brooklyn and Queens
that BQE.
And then we still dealing with on our side. When you look at the map, on our side we still got Staten Island. On our side, we got Long Island on our side. You feel me? We talk about the east side. Like you going up on the west, going toward the west, you talking about Bronx and Harlem. Like really, at the end of the day, man. Like, but the culture itself.
The culture itself
is a beautiful culture,
and the fact that we can name this many people out of this culture
after 50 years. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the crazy shit with me is I seen when hip hop first started.
I was gonna
see. I'm a different breed. I remember the first rap song. It was either what was it? King what's his name? Oh my God, King something. And like, I'm talking 76. I'm talking about 75, 76. I was a little nigga. I was born in 67. I was 10 years old when all this was happening.
Yeah.
I remember when there was no rap. And then rap came about. And we was so happy and proud of it. And dudes was pursuing it.
So before we talk about the rap, so since you saying before, what was you rocking with before?
Soul music.
All right, who was you listening to? Who was you listening to?
My pops, my moms and pops used to, and like, this is like any African American home. You know, like, most of our parents was listening to James Brown, you know, Anita Baker, not Anita Baker, Aretha Franklin, Dionne Warwick, Slave, different Earth, Wind and Fire. That's why I sample the way I sample in my ears the way, because I grew up on soul music.
And different BPMs, like, you know what I'm saying? It changes every couple years.
Yeah, but that soul music is either, you know, low BPM, because they was talking about love and everything most of the time.
Yeah.
And then if mid, it was that's low and mid. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing really too up tempo. Earth, Wind and Fire and them experimented with it. Michael Jackson was one of my favorites growing up.
Yeah.
And I'm still a Michael Jackson.
Yo, what?
I will never. He's the greatest. Like, no matter what. Like, and it's crazy because I just get an ill feeling just thinking of just thinking about Mike growing up.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Me too.
So, you know,
because he dropped the CD in my generation, so it was
So
that was big.
Yo, then that made you study.
Well, I was already grew because like they, like, you know what I'm saying, like you said, the parents, grandparents, uncles, they was all playing that, and then my uncle gave me that CD.
Particular.
So that one was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And you got to witness all eras of Michael.
Yeah, man, I seen it all, man. I went to a concert. My sister,
you ain't see Mike live.
I seen Mike live. I seen Earth, Wind and Fire live. I seen.
They still going.
Yeah, they still rocking. Frankie Beverly live.
I just seen him.
My sister. My sister is like 6 years older than me, and I'm the only boy. And I got a younger sister, an older sister. And my parents, when I was growing up, I remember I was 7, 8 years old. And she was already a teenager running around trying to get with boys and in the neighborhood or whatever, having her little fun. But my parents wouldn't let her go nowhere without me.
That's how it be.
I was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And I tease her to this day. And that's my baby, my sister, my older sister and my younger sister. But she used to go on dates and she had to take me. So I remember going to Belmont Park and she had to see Earth, Wind and Fire. And she had me, but she was so mad she had to take me. She with her little boyfriend and she had to take me.
But you.
Yeah, but the boyfriends always was cool.
That's how it be.
But she was madder than a motherfucker. She was like, "Oh, you little bastard, you always got." I was like, "Fuck that." So I've seen Earth, Wind. She used to take me to all these concerts. So my ear is trained for soul music. But then that still got me over into classical when I sampled, one of my biggest samples that I did for somebody was the Cameron, That's Me. I did Cameron, That's Me on for his first album.
Yeah.
And that was an opera sample that I sampled. Killer, That's Me. Dun, 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 dun. So my whole train of thought in training with my ear and what I grew up on was basically, and then in junior high school, I think I tried to play the clarinet. You know, in junior, they try to make you play the clarinet in the strings, but you know, that's where my ear come from. That's all.
And that live instrumentation.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't play one instrument.
No, I meant like those songs that you was listening to.
They was live instrumentation.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of great samples. Yo, a lot of great samples. When I was doing my homework,
is the what's that word again? Not digital. What's the other one?
Analog.
Analog. All analog sounds way better than this digital shit.
Yeah, it do.
Because the sound quality.
It's crisp.
Yeah, and that's how I think when I made my first record, what was helping me because everything was analog then, and shit just punch a little. You feel it. You pause. The shit was just way iller. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, the analog sound is everything. I still revisit it now, and I try my best to get everything close to that sound. What I do now. That's how when you walked in and you heard it, because I try to keep it you know, in that pocket.
The pocket, that's the most important
Yeah,
part.
yeah.
So, all right, so because we jumping all around, it's
Yeah,
cool though. You know, I fuck with it.
I get excited, man.
Yo, me too.
I
Yo,
love the
what?
culture. You know
Me too. Like, yo,
Mhm.
being here is an honor for me, for real. Like,
Yeah, me too.
and yo, people do your homework too. Like I'm giving y'all a little cheat code. I'm gonna give y'all a little shortcut, but still do your homework.
Yeah, don't let the gray hair fool you neither, cause
Oh yeah, he's sharp. No, yeah, he's sharp. If y'all heard what I heard when I walked in,
I just do the gray hair for politics purposes. Because for some reason, people feel more at ease with me with the gray hair. I'm a little bit more intimidated.
Nah, I feel you. I feel you.
Route. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm 6'5", 250 pounds. You know, I go to the gym all the time, so people still look at me differently. But with the gray hair, they're like, "Oh, Pop ain't hurt." All right, cool. That's cool. Yeah. But I am known. If you ask about me in these boroughs, niggas know.
Yeah.
There's a different dude inside of the gray hair.
And I ain't gonna lie. Speaking of Queens, though, one thing though, I heard somebody say, I forgot who I heard say this, but they was right though. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like yeah, like for the most part, a lot of y'all like quiet, but like smooth, and it's like, yo, think about most of the people who ever had a problem in Queens.
Most of the killers that come out of Queens was not loud niggas. Most of the loud niggas that was killers and money getters come out of Harlem. They was more flashy than anything.
Oh yeah, they're like the flash. Yeah,
they flashier than the situation. They get money though. Harlem niggas get money, and they will put something down. You know what I'm saying? I can't. You can't front on that. But most Queens niggas is observers. We sit back quiet, don't want to be seen too much, and just watch. But most of the killers in Queens, you won't hear a sound from them.
And you won't know.
Humble. They're humble, but you do not want to get dudes wrong.
No, yeah.
Brooklyn dudes is more rah-rah, like nigga in your face. They gonna take whatever.
All my Brooklyn
MOP, we ain't even say MOP. My Brooklyn niggas get busy too, and they look, you just can't play. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? One of my sessions coming in today is my Brooklyn niggas from Marcy, so I'm real happy about that. Though.
Nah, yeah. So, all right, so let's bring it back real quick. So how was it your parents? You said you grew up with your parents.
I'm blessed to still have my parents, both of them.
That is a blessing, man. Yeah, that's a blessing.
They're in late 80s. Me and my sister were talking about that this morning. Like my parents about to be 90, but they still together. I'm still they still active, driving, move around, go shopping, good, talk shit, all kinds of shit. My pop's a minister, my mom's an evangelist, and I grew up in that type of home. And I got in trouble at an early age, I guess, because everybody used to say I'm the PK, preacher's kid. And I just was bucking against that. And I didn't have to. You know, I didn't have to be in the streets. They tried their best to keep me out the streets, but I didn't have to go in the streets. But that just gravitated me to it. So
because I speak about that a lot, because I think that plays a part. Because a lot of people will be like, yo, this person got two parents. Some people went to private school, and they're like, yo, why is he so attracted to that? And it's like, because he, it might be something in him. He might be feeling, in his mind, he might be feeling however you thinking that. And then now you going and poking at him, talking about like you saying preacher's kid or private school. Yeah.
It's almost like we have something to prove. Like, all right, so I got both my parents. So what? I'm a preacher kid. Yeah, so what? And people, well, I ain't got my father. I'm by myself out in these streets. So what, nigga? I'm tough too, though. Nigga, so what? I got both of them. I'm tougher than you. How about that? And it turned 9 times out of 10 in my case.
Yeah,
that's usually what it ended up being. I have a reputation in New York City, like even in the industry. When I first got in the industry, and I don't like to sound like this at times, but I state my truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My truth is when I got in the industry, niggas got scared. Because I used to come with like 20, 30 niggas to sessions. I'm known for that. Niggas would say that. Niggas from Violator, God bless the dead, Chris Lighty used to manage me. So I know a lot of dudes from Eric Nicks and all these niggas, Dino DeValier, good solid dudes that was very instrumental in hip hop in the 90s in New York. But dudes I had my studio in Harlem on 145th and Lenox. The only nigga that used to come to get tracks from me and I stand on business with instead of truth with is Cam.
All right, shout out to Cam.
Because Cam lived down the block. Cam would come to my crib all the time in Esplanade, 24th floor.
A lot of people come from that little section.
Yeah,
right there.
Esplanade. That's where my career basically, it started in Long Island a little bit, and then I got with this girl, L'Oreal Coppers, that worked for Violator.
Okay.
And she skyrocketed my shit, and then I moved to Harlem, and then I built a studio in my crib in Harlem, a booth in the middle of the living room. And niggas was scared to death to come because I had goons up there. Niggas was getting hung from the 24th floor balcony. It was that bad. Now, mind you, I got into the music business after I did years in prison.
All right, so yeah, because we bouncing around.
Yeah, we bouncing
around.
You
good though, yo. This is all. So all right, so I mean, only reason why, because I ain't really trying. I don't really like asking those type of questions. Only why I want to is because,
but it's my story.
You know what I'm saying? And growth came out of that.
Yes.
So all right, so without incriminating yourself or anything like that nature, what did you go to prison for? Or what happened
drugs.
to lead you? You know,
I was a petty drug dealer, thinking I was doing something.
And how was you hiding that from your parents though? Because you saying your parents is like, was you doing that in Queens or you doing it somewhere else?
I did all my time. First, I did my time in Queens. I got locked up on Hempstead and Springfield. Then I got locked up on Rockaway Boulevard for selling drugs on the corner, like every other black man's story. I'm selling drugs on the corner, but it wasn't for me. I kept getting locked up. So I got locked up. I ended up doing 4 years upstate New York. I came home on parole, and then I ditched and fucked up parole. And as soon as I came home, I fucked that up, and then ran to DC, and then got locked up in DC. And that was the Alpo era, and everybody was going out.
All right, that makes sense. I would say, what made you go all the way to, not all the way, that's right there, but like.
Yeah, my man and them had brought me out there, so I was in Forestville, Maryland, and all the rest of that, the Maryland, DC, Pennsylvania line, and I got locked up there and ended up doing 4 years. You know what I'm saying? And then I came home and my man, Gavin Wray, which was Salt of Salt-N-Pepa's.
They had a show. That was one of the first reality shows.
He's from my neighborhood. Too. We had to talk about that too. And Salt-N-Pepa, Freddie, all of them come from, right? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say.
We got that debate next time.
It's different. So when I came home, Gav seen me, I was on some goon shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I just came home from doing all this time. All I know is prison life. I came home, I went into prison. I was 160 pounds, soaking wet, skinny as hell. I came home, I was like 280, 290, 300 pounds. You know what I'm saying? So when I came home, I was on some Debo. That's what Friday
I was about to say.
I was so big. That movie, and I seen Debo, I said, yeah, that's me. And I started going around. And a lot of my niggas from my hood, my young boys, you know, from Shadyville, shout out to Uni and all my niggas and Powerful and all y'all. And No Neck, and the niggas used to be around. They'd be like, and I come to my man Rat Barbershop, they'd be like, nigga, stop with that bullshit. The young boys be like, yo, stop picking. I'd be like, what you got on my money, motherfucker?
You was coming on the bike too?
Nah, I ain't coming on the bike, but I be fucking. But one time, one of my man Uni, I'm standing in front of the barbershop, and the nigga, my legs always were skinny, but my top was big. So the niggas, one nigga got down like this little thing, and the other nigga pushed me over. Like, it used to be fun, though.
Yeah.
Like, them is my niggas I grew up with. That's my family. And to this day, I'm tight with every one of the young boys that come up underneath us. Like, in my hood in Shadyville, there's a group of dudes that started it, and then there's like 6 other generations that come behind us. But the generation underneath us, we taught them hands-on. They watched us. So they seen us go through shootouts on the block, get locked up, come out, beat niggas up, police chasing us, all that other shit. And then for other niggas, the generations got passed on. So even to this day, we all still cool generation-wise, but there's still about 20 of us from the original.
Yeah,
and that's where I lost one of my mans last night, come from that 20.
My condolences.
Yeah. So, you know, that's that. I just got sidetracked.
Nah, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, you good. Yeah. So all right, so you came home, you linked up with Gavin.
Gavin didn't want me getting no more trouble, so Gavin said, look, run with Salt and us. He was with Salt every day. That's when they first got together. They had a baby. They had a club on Hempstead or in my neighborhood. So he had me doing security for the club, and then when Salt used to go do appearances in the city, I used to run with them and like
a bodyguard type shit?
Almost like that. But I knew them. But basically I was there, and if anything happened, I'm going to put in that work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So then I would be with her at the studio, and then she had a bunch of keyboards, you know, and they was doing the record shoot and all that. I was around and all that.
I was about to
I got
ask.
a funny story about that too, but I'm not gonna say it. But
it's a bad one?
Or no, it's funny.
Oh,
in the shoot video, the dude that's running on the beach in the Speedos, they wanted me to do it because I was big at first. They asked me to do it. And I was like, man, I just came from prison. I ain't doing that shit. I ain't putting on no Speedos. I ain't putting on no Speedos running on no beach. But it's a scene in the shoot video. Yeah. You know, and then Twani, the dude rapping on it, he was from my neighborhood. Tight. Right. We was all tight. But they wanted me to what was I saying? Oh, so there was a bunch of keyboards and Salt said it was an ASR 10, and I was just standing up one day fucking with she writing, and she's like, she said, I always see you picking at that keyboard, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody uses it. Take it home and see if, you know what I'm saying? But she said ain't no manual or nothing to it, so take it home, see what you can do with it. You know what I'm saying? I said, word. And she said, yeah, man, like, because I'm with them almost every day, and at their house.
Did you know what it was, or you just?
I didn't know what it was. I never even did music. I was on street shit and other shit. So I took it home, locked myself in my basement, and just started figuring it out. And I started sampling from cassette decks because all we had was cassette tapes and records back then.
So how was you doing that? Because
I run out the headphone wire of a cassette, a Walkman. I had a Walkman. I run out the headphone wires directly into the ASR 10 because she gave me the ASR 10, and that's when my whole life changed.
Damn.
My whole career started from that point on.
So shout out to Salt.
Yeah. Shout out to Cheryl. Like, very instrumental. Her and Gavin.
And Gavin,
Yeah, Gavin Wray, very good dude. Like, and he was instrumental for the whole thing. And then he helped me place a beat. He helped me place Smif-N-Wessun record. That was my first record. Black Trump.
All right.
He the one that got me to them because we was at Grant's Tomb. They was walking by one day. We playing beats out the car and smoking loud. Shout out to Smoke and Tech. Them as my niggas, even to this second. Like, they walking by, they heard the beat, and they was like, yo, who beat is that? Come to the studio. And that's where everything started.
Damn, right. So your first wait, would did they first album come out already, or did they already? Is this when they had?
No, they had already been established.
All right,
they already had albums out with
they first one, right?
They already had albums out before that.
No, I'm saying like they had like this after they
I
first.
think it was
album.
one, and then.
You're right, because they changed. They had to change their name.
They changed their
name. The Cocoa Brothers.
Smif-N-Wessun. I did it when they changed the Cocoa.
Yeah. All right, because that Black
Cocoa
Trump
Brothers is Cocoa Brothers, right? Black Trump is
a remix. It was like
I don't know it.
Not a remix, but it was Black Trump.
Raekwon, and them on the original.
Yeah, on the original. That was the original.
But I did like 5 tracks for them on that album.
Wait, was it 2 different versions of it?
No, it was only that one version. It was them and Raekwon from the beginning. But then I did like 5 songs on that album. Then I got cool with Ruck and Rock.
Helter Skelter,
Helter Skelter.
Sean P.
Yeah, Sean P.
Rest in peace, Sean
Rest in peace. And my nigga Rock, that's my nigga too. Like,
yeah, I fuck with Rock.
Yeah, because we all same height, so we all used to be laughing and all that other shit. So then I did like 5 joints on their joint.
Yeah.
I got 5 placements through them. And then after that,
what's the 5 placements? What's the songs?
Rock the World. It was something. I can't remember because we talking about 96, 95, 96.
Yeah, like 96, 97, something like that.
Yeah, and I'm old now. My brain ain't going too far back. But I did that. Then right after that came Onyx. And that's when I did Shut 'Em Down.
DMX.
And with DMX. And that's one of the first records DMX.
I think that is the first.
Wait, released properly through Def Jam.
Okay.
Let me say that. One of the first records DMX was on publicly released on Def Jam.
Because the first one was what, with LL?
I don't remember that. I just remember Irv saying that he wanted to put DMX on the Onyx record because I did the record for Onyx.
Yeah.
And X wasn't on at that time. You know what I'm saying? And Irv had X and Ja. And then that's how my whole thing went to Ja and DMX because of Irv. And he introduced that situation to me. Now, mind you, Irv come from my neighborhood, and me and him had a few riffs and all that through our career season, but it is what it is. It's a learning curve for me. Like I learned a valuable lesson in what I went through with Irv.
Wait, because the Onyx though, you got like seven placements on there. And and you got the remix with Big Pun and Nori.
Big Pun and Nori.
Wait, was you in the studio when they did that? Wait, was you even in the studio with the DMX?
Yeah, not with the DMX and Onyx one, no. Mm-hmm. With DMX Was My Name, no. Irv did that, but I was in the studio when we laid the vocals for Shut 'Em Down, but they had sent the song to X, and X did it. Okay. All of us wasn't in there at the same. Matter of fact, I gotta ask Fredro, because I think he did come to the, because we was working out a studio on not Platinum Sound, one of the studios in the city. I believe, I don't know. Let me shut up. All I'm saying is, in my recollection, it is that. But then that's how all the other doors opened up for the situation. So, but I caught 5 on that, and then I did the remix, Pun, God Bless the Dead.
You was in the studio with Pun?
When Pun actually laid.
Yo, who's you? All right, so how all right, tell me about that session. Like, how was that session? You walked in, or was you already there? Then he walked in.
First off, I was a fan of Pun before that.
Yeah,
because I've been a fan. Like, so when they said that Nori and Pun was gonna be on the remix, my man, my man's the engineer. Like, I was in the team at that point. Is Pat Viola, Duro, the engineers that touched any of my records back then went through L'Oreal's company. She managed me, and she managed Duro, super engineer Duro, Pat Viola, Brian Stanley, and a few other dudes, right? So, if I'm correct, it was Pat it's Brian. Brian was the engineer in that session, and Brian was like, yo, I said, what's the, not Electric Lady, it was another. He's like, yo, I'm in the studio with Pun. And I said, he said to do your record. And I said, all right, I'll be right there. And I came up. And I remember it was just Brian there in the studio. And then I came and sat down. Then the studio booth was this way. And I'm looking and I see Pun in the booth recording.
Yeah.
But the most amazing part is how he recorded. Like, he would record piece by piece and put it together.
Because this is towards like
his breathing, when he was, you know what I'm saying, a little bit bigger, you know. But that was his process. But it seemed like he just was running through that. And it was an ill thing to see, you know what I'm saying? But if it wasn't for him, he made the remix. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
He made the remix.
Him and they was hot. They was hot. It was on fire at that time. Yeah. And Onyx, that shut him down.
Yeah, shut him down. Opened up the door for everything.
Like, that energy, and then plus I ain't gonna lie, that was the smart move to match X and Onyx.
Because of the energy of the record. And that's all Irv. Irv did that. I can't take that from him.
So now you went from Onyx, and then your next
Onyx,
placement.
The next one was Ja Rule, and then I did mad joints on Ja Rule. I did a joint with Jay-Z and Ja Rule, Murder, was it Murdergram? One of them joints with Jay and Ja Rule.
Yeah.
Hit 'Em. It was called Hit 'Em.
Yeah.
And then I did 6 Feet on the Ground for Ja. I did Daddy's Baby Girl. I did
Daddy's Baby Girl. Yeah. He killed that.
I did a bunch of joints in Ja's first 2 albums. You know what I'm saying? So then I did What's My Name.
But before What's My Name, because Ron Isley, like,
that was Ron Isley.
Was you in the studio with that?
Nah, I wasn't there.
But just like, did you know beforehand, or did you find out when the album dropped? I was
never told till after, but I was in the music video.
I didn't even say you was in the video.
I'm in the music video. Me and my daughter, my oldest child, we walking on the beach with Ja, Ron, and all the rest of them. That's when I was there.
I'm gonna go check that out. Oh shit!
I'm in the shoot video too, but not wearing the speedo. I'm in the What a Man video too, in the back.
What a Man, what a Man. Those Salt and Pepper. Yeah. Wait, all right. So now we gonna know What's My Name, because that. Yo, is that a sample?
No, but it was a opera sample. It is in the beginning. That's an opera sample. But then when you notice when the beat dropped, I just took a hit.
Yeah.
And used the hit in it and played the rest. So when it go down, in the beginning it go down, 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 down. And then I took the down and then down, down, down. Then I did the dun 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 dun
Yeah.
dun dun. I did that at 4:00 in the morning, the whole beat
Yo.
myself. But then, and that's when Irv took it. And
He flowed
knew,
on it.
Yeah, he went off. But Irv knew X was gonna blow with that record. And I had already did the Onyx, the Ja Rule stuff and all that. And me and Chris, shout out to Chris and Irv. But we grew up together.
Chris Gotti?
Chris Gotti.
All right.
We grew up together.
All right.
Like in a 10-block radius, like in Queens. Like, so I'd known them. Like when I first came home from prison, Irv and Chris gave me a job, and their sister gave me a job doing construction on work release.
That's shout out to Chris Gotti. I knew he had that.
Yeah, so I had a real, good relationship with them. And then, Irv is very instrumental in my career, but when it comes to doing the beats, I did all the beats myself. Period. But so it looks like at times it looks like he did it, and I guess because he was the bigger person at the time, you know what I'm saying? But DMX, I did myself. He did nothing on that beat. Like every beat that I did,
not even like some people might add in a little
nothing, not one thing.
So all right, so how did
he get co-production credits? Go figure. I don't know how, but I do know how. But he wanted me to sign to Murder Inc. as a producer.
Okay.
And they gave me a contract. I took
like an in-house type producer.
Yeah.
All right.
Like the rest of the dudes he had signed to him. Like Little Rob, Fingers. Yeah, Seven. Yeah, all these niggas signed to him. And I was the only one that wasn't. He said, "Self, if you get this placement with DMX, you're going to have to sign with us because that record going to go. You're going to be huge after that."
It's one of them ones.
So, but when he gave me the contract, I took it to my lawyer ready. He said, "Look, you're bugging doing this. You already got placements. You already hot in the streets before I even got the DMX.
Like you got your own buzz."
Yeah, I got my own buzz.
So basically now you got leverage.
Yeah, but then not like that. But he said if the contract was right, I'd have signed it. But he gave me a Raping You Records contract. And I'm like, me of all people, we know each other. Like I know your family. Like of all people, if I understand you got these dudes signing that type, but bro, this is me. We grew up together. Nigga, I used to carry your crates when you was DJing with your brother. Like, for protection, like, this is me. And he's like, yeah, I know, but I can't give you nothing no different than I gave Little Rob and the rest of them. I'm like, my lawyer said, if you sign this contract, I'm not representing you no more. Shout out to Reggie Osei. He was my lawyer at the time, and he passed.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, but Combat Jack, you ever heard of Combat?
Yeah, Combat Jack, yeah.
That's who was my lawyer. He was a lawyer first.
Oh,
before he was Combat
Jack. He talks
Jack.
about this story somewhere.
He was a lawyer first.
Oh shit!
Yes.
I thought he was playing. I thought he was.
No.
That's real.
He was a heavy. God bless the dead. He was a heavy, influential lawyer in the music business. Him, Matt Middleton, they all had a law office together.
Okay.
And he told me, he said he ain't gonna represent me no more if I sign that contract.
Oh, so wait, so you already had a lawyer. So wait, so when you did the
lawyer, manager, L'Oreal managed me, Gwen Niles.
This before you did you had them before you did the Smif-N-Wessun?
No. After the Smif-N-Wessun. From Smif-N-Wessun to Onyx.
How did you even get the Smif-N-Wessun? We didn't even get to that. How did you even get the Smif-N-Wessun?
Gavin.
Oh, okay.
Remember I said they was walking down the street. We was playing.
Yeah.
Gavin knew them already, and then they said, "Come to the studio." I went to the studio, placed 5 placements. Then Ruck and Rock, they took 5.
Well, but I meant like, how did the business go? Like, how did like
Gavin at first, but then that's when me and Gav separated. So then I started doing it on my own, and then I met L'Oreal Coppage, and when I met her, she the one that made me get my lawyer. She found me Reggie. She found me my accountant, and she managed. And then, like I said, she managed Duro, Brian, Stanley, Pat Viala, all the illest engineers, and I was one of her only producers that she managed. And she was working at Violate at the time. So how that happened, I was in Harlem, and one of my mans was hanging out in Violator with them every day, and he's like, yo, I told these people about your beats. You need to come up there. I told them you got placements and all that. So I was like, I don't want to go out there. Fuck that shit. Then after a while, I went. And I met L'Oreal. The same day I met L'Oreal, she sent me on meetings to play my beats. I played the beats for her. She sent me on meetings. I made placements from there. From that point on. That same day and everything. Like, mind you, I have over 50 million records sold.
Damn.
It took a lot of work.
You got them anthems.
I was in and out of studios back in the 90s. Like, dudes used to get scared when I walked in because they knew I was going to get a placement.
Oh, you see like other producers?
Other producers. I don't see other producers leave.
Nah, it'd be like that.
I don't see niggas leave. You know what I'm saying? And I mentored, and a lot of dudes watch me, and my style birthed a lot of other styles. So even with that being said, it's just like at that era, I was on the top of my thing at that era. You know what I'm saying?
because them records alone to shut them down and the remix.
But
Onyx
got mad, and let me finish that. The DMX joint, I went back and told him I ain't signing it, and he got mad at me, and then that's when I stopped doing all that. But in the interim, I did Fat Joe and Remy Ma, Opposites Attract. You know what I'm saying?
I know that album.
That was the first. That was the Jealous Ones Still Envy. That was the first album Fat Joe had that went platinum. I was on that album.
You know
what I'm saying? So that's one of my platinum records. I got a plaque for that and everything. So, from there I did that, and then I did Music Soul Child from being up in Def Jam every day. And then from Music Soul Child.
On the I Just Want to Sing album?
Yep. The very first album that went platinum. Yeah.
And what song was that for people who don't know?
Called I Just Want to Sing. It's the intermission joint.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? And then I did that joint. And then after that, I did LL Cool J. Then after that.
What LL Cool J?
Farmers. It's called Farmers off the GOAT album.
That's like his.
The GOAT, the blue album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The album cover. So I did that. Then after that, I went on tour with Bone Thugs. Ended up doing a whole album on Bone Thugs on a tour bus. Recorded everything, did everything, made the beats, everything. 50-something state tour with the Bone Thugs. Shout out to Lazy and Busy and Crazy and Wish. That happened through Wish. Wish, my man. You know what I'm saying? So that happened through them. Great experience. And then I had got my own artist signed in 2000. Amazing. And then something with that happened, and then things started going downhill a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. Because Violator, the Violator album.
Violator, right, Come Through.
Yeah. That's an anthem, yo.
Because Chris Lighty was managing me at the time. Chris Lighty and Eric Nicks.
Oh, he was actually a manager.
Yeah, he was my manager.
Oh shit! And
he introduced me to Nick Cannon and everything. Like Chris, God bless his dad. He was such a good dude.
Yo, everybody say that about him.
No,
everybody
solid dude. Dave Lighty. All of them, good family, good dudes. Every last one of them. Nick's a good dude too. So once everything slowed down, Nick's had picked me up, and Nick's is who A&R the Come Through record.
Oh,
it was his brainchild to get Nori, and because I played the beat for Nick's, and Nick's was like, "Oh shit, I gotta get this thing," and he took it to Nori and Styles P. He took it, but personally, I remember he called me in the studio. I went and listened to the mix. I'm like, "Ooh, this is gonna bang." I said, "This one's gonna be out of the park," and that's on top of the DMX. What's my name? That's on top of the that came after. Then I did Nas through Nick.
Yeah, Nas, Jay,
Queen's Finest, Jay. The Hova shit I did, Hova on DJ Envy album.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I've had a wonderful career, bro. All that stemmed from Salt, from me coming home and going with that ASR 10.
No, because wait, let's go back there for 1 second. So the ASR 10, how did you end it? Like, yo, how long did it take you to master? Did you get any help? You ain't call nobody to be like, yo, come help me?
Nobody. I tried, but niggas was in their own bag.
So, you got a lot of you ain't call nobody, like you got a lot of producers that come out that small area. Like, you ain't call nobody.
Shot Money, you know what I'm saying? And he was already doing his own thing. He had P-Dap and my niggas from the hood, you know what I'm saying? And Clue and all. I'm not Clue. Who Kid and all of them was running around. They from my. Shout out to Who Kid. That's my man.
Yeah, shout out to Who Kid.
I did his very first mixtape. Niggas don't know that.
Shit.
It's called Silent Dogs.
Silent Dogs. And what
if
you
hear this Who Kid, you gonna know what I'm talking about. Everybody know that. It was I'm trying to remember the other. It was called DJ Who Kid Presents Silent Dogs. I gotta find that mixtape.
So you might. Somebody. People.
That was his very first mixtape. And then me and him been tight through that thing too. Like, we all come and grew up together, same neighborhood. But yeah, the ASR 10, it took me like a week. Then I was nice and shit. Then I took it out on the block. Niggas on the block, I'm playing it in my man's car, and they like, yo, these beats is fucking crazy. I said, word? And then I was like, and what made me pursue it so ill, especially after the Cocoa Brothers, Smif-N-Wessun Black Trump joint, was I seen a way out the hood. I seen a way out of me trying to sell drugs and trying to goon niggas and all that. I seen a way out. I never had that much money before. Like, you gotta remember, Smif-N-Wessun paid me at least, if I remember correctly, $2,500 to $5,000 each beat.
Each beat, damn.
And then Ruck and Rock paid me for all of the ones they did, each one.
Damn. They ain't never tried to make you in-house?
Paid me.
Ain't none of them trying to make you in-house?
Everybody did, but I was freelance. I was bouncing around. Onyx paid me for Shut 'Em Down. Crazy.
Shit, I bet.
There's many joints. Like I did Face Down on the Pavement.
You did 7?
I did about 7 joints on the Shut 'Em Down.
And do they got a, so for a
then
remix,
I did Sticky Fingers solo album.
The
Black
whole thing?
Trash.
Oh, you did, all right.
Black Trash, I did like 4 joints on that.
Damn.
And I get paid each one. And back then they was paying, and then my price kept going up. So the tops I was getting was at least 15 to 20,000 per track. So
because you kept going up, like, and the beats sounded different.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I could pick your beats. Like, but they sound like they got.
That's what took me out the hood.
Yeah.
But then I didn't really want to get out the hood because I kept fucking with my niggas, and my niggas didn't give a fuck about no rap shit. They wanted to rob niggas, beat niggas up, go to the club, fuck with bitches. They wanted all of that. They wanted that business.
No, yeah.
But then, I had a beautiful life, man. Just even thinking about it back, I couldn't ask for no better.
Do you think rolling, because that's important, do you think rolling deep or light is better, or depending on the situation?
I rolled deep back then with dudes because I thought it was what hip hop was about back then. It was crews. You always had to have a crew.
Yeah.
So my crew is my crew. Once I got on, I got my own set of niggas that nobody knew that was just different. Niggas want to beat niggas, they call screw facing niggas, all that type of shit. But when it started hurting me is when niggas didn't want to fuck with me no more because they said he brings a lot of the bad element around. And at that time, the industry was changing from gangster rap to the gayish type of shit to the other type of shit.
No, that was too early. You mean the backpack shit?
It was changing though. I caught 2 or 3 transitions right in my whole career. It was changing, so it was getting to the point where people didn't want to hear about gangster rap no more. So when it came down to that, moving around with a bunch of gangsters wasn't cohesive to my career.
Yeah.
And then when my artist I got signed, the thing that happened with us in 2000, he ended up knocking somebody out in the industry, and then that kind of threw a damper on everything. Oh, we definitely can't fuck with him. I wasn't even there when he knocked the nigga out. He knocked the nigga.
Your artist.
Yeah, but it was my artist and my deal with Universal.
Damn.
Yeah, we had a $2 million deal with Universal for my artist. The shit I was set up nice.
Nah, yeah, that's Universal.
And we was getting ready, the album was getting ready to drop, mixed, mastered, everything, waiting on the back end. But then this mishap happened, and then they and that's when the industry before you could walk in any record label, but that's when they put security and everything because of
what
So at that point, it's like, I wasn't even there, but it was my deal and it was my association, so people was shunning me a little bit at that point. And then that sent me through a depression state. And then that's my whole other story afterwards. Because I got low for years because I was trying to figure out. I went from having all this money and notoriety and all this shit to nothing at one point. Lost everything, And it's hard to knowing you that nigga and got everything and everybody, it was time I go to clubs, I get in clubs wearing slides and fucking my hair. I thought I was Method Man. Shout out to Method Man. That's my nigga. Half my shit braided, half out. And I was just loose with it. You know what I'm saying? But and they said, oh, that's self. Let him in. And that's that. But don't let him come in no more. So depression kicked in. I went through a drinking phase that was crazy, drugging and drinking. I ended up going to a program for 30 days. Then I ended up going to Rikers Island for 6 months. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, like later on?
Yeah. I went in 2006. I went to Rikers Island for 6 months for DWI. I kept getting caught for drinking and driving.
Mm.
And they made me go through a 30-day program at first, and then after that I got locked up again for drinking and driving after I got the program. And then they said, nah, you going to jail.
Like you so was you getting off because of you?
I kept paying.
You was paying, but did any judge ever, I mean, not that they might
My
notice you a
lawyers at
producer,
the time, I had Ian Niles, God bless the day, he passed. Reggie, all them dudes in that camp, they took care of me. They made sure I was good. And people that know these stories and know and say he's telling the truth, yeah, they took care of me. I had people protecting me because I was, helping people make money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's a business. You're a brand.
Yeah.
It's a business. You're a business.
It all went downhill after that little situation. Then I went to Rikers Island for 6 months. Then I'm sitting in Rikers Island. I'm like, hey, you a super producer so in here with all these crackheads and dope fiends. Shit, you got to fight every day. I'm working out. I'm like, fuck. Why am I here? This is not me. I drive Mercedes. I got a crib in Jersey.
Yeah.
I got Hummers and all Range Rovers. I got all kinds. And here I am sitting there in fucking jail. I lost all that shit and ended up sitting on Rikers Island, 6 lower. You know what I'm saying? I remember like yesterday. And then I started reading self-help books. You know what I'm saying? Like the 48 Laws of Power. Not Mastery, but it was the 48 Laws of Power. Another. I really dove in. Nah. I dove into the law of attraction shit. The 48 Laws of Power and all of that shit, and the law of attraction shit. And that's when I started healing myself, in other words. I went through an ill-ass transformation. You know what I'm saying?
Destroyed.
I went through an ill one. Like, it's even sitting there and I started reading the laws of attraction, like, God damn. And then I just figured I had to apologize, make amends with people that I did wrong to in my past, and stop thinking that people owed me anything. This is going back to the old thing. Thinking that everybody owed me something because maybe I might have helped them pay a bill or, paid for their way in a club or brought them drinks. I'm thinking, and y'all run with me every day, you owe me, like, and nobody was there. So when I realized that shit, I'm like, all right, nobody owe me nothing. Let me forgive everything from my past. Forget the past right now. Super producer self, whatever.
Yeah.
I really mentally went to whatever. Everything I achieved, whatever. Let me figure out who the fuck I am. And then I had to go back to my mathematics. And I went back to the essence, went to the mathematics, and studying mathematics, reading all these books. And then I said, okay, let me apologize to people. Whether they forgive me or not is on them. But I know I sincerely apologize. And that worked out. Then as soon as I got out, I left New York because I was going to be around the same element. I was back in Southside as soon as I got out. Then I was like, let me get out of here. I went to Atlanta. Stopped doing music, period, and started, I wasn't even telling people who I was.
I feel you though. At that time, I feel you.
Yeah, because I was trying to heal from the bullshit. So I established a whole life in Atlanta for about 10 years. Then I came back to New York, and then I opened up my club in the Bronx, True Sound Lounge. That I told you about that birth. Mad people today, and we all know a lot of names. I can say them, but I'm gonna leave it alone. But that happened then, and then I started realizing that whatever had to be done for me. I got to take control and do it. And that's what I did from that point on. And then I've been successful bouncing back ever since.
You're looking good, man.
Yeah,
you're still here with us, man.
But right this second, I moved by myself. No crews, no bunch of niggas, no nothing. It's me and God. God is in me, and he with no fear, I go forward and do whatever God tell me to do. Now, everybody's God is different. God to you, I don't know what God speaks to you about. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Or what's in your head. That's your rendition of God. But to me, when I close my eyes and I speak to him, he tell me what to do. I just go with that and keep everything positive and stay in a good energy. If anybody's in a bad energy, I quickly get away from that.
Because that shit affect you.
It'll just pour off onto you, and then you'll start acting bad. And I don't think people want me to act crazy. Because I could get, from my extent, from what niggas know about me, I could get super crazy. So I learned how to control my emotions, control everything to the point where if what you eat don't make me shit. You understand?
No, yeah.
Like a motherfucker's mad at a bunch of, okay, that's you. I'm sorry, bro, that ain't me. So I know what to stay away from and all the rest of that. But then it's like, I don't, and the illest shit that I learned recently is that we all go into that casket by ourselves. Not your mom's going with you, not your father, not your kids. Nobody go in that casket when it's time to go. It's only a one-seater. One person goes in that casket. So you gotta live your life for you. No matter how much love I got from my mother and father, I love them to death. I go above and beyond. But I know my happiness and my stuff gotta come first. I'm not gonna be able to be good for anybody else
if you're not good
if I'm not good for myself, mentally and physically and everything else.
Spiritually.
So spiritually. So when it comes down to it, you know, I do what I do because I know at the end of the day, I gotta sit in that casket. I gotta be held accountable for me. And what you do, like I said, what you eat don't make me shit. It was good for you, it's good for you. What's good for me, it's good for me. I'm pursuing what God's telling me to pursue. And I guess that's the key to my longevity. Like, and be able to still bounce back from that whole phase I just explained to you about to this person I am today, you know?
So do you think when you was rising, do you think you was moving a little further away from the essence? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
definitely. Definitely, because I remember I said I came home from prison. I got knowledge of self in prison. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, when I came home, I'm like, all right, the black man God, I'm on it. My father's a minister. I used to argue and beef with him. Ain't no Christianity, ain't no Jesus, white Jesus, all that. Me and him going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? So, and when I came home, I was so powerful. That's what magnetically got the music. Like, bro, I ain't even going. That's why I say it ain't me. It's the magnetics that come from it. When I came home, I still wanted to be in the streets.
Yeah, you wasn't looking for
I wasn't trying to be in the music business. But me having knowledge of self and knowing who I was as the black man at that time and not dumbing myself down, I attracted this. Like, it's a lot of people that try their hardest to get in the business and can't. I just happened to have Smif-N-Wessun walking by and hear my beat. If that ain't the law of attraction or magnetism, it's something different. I don't know what it is. And I swear to you, that's the way it happened. Me, Gav, and my man Wayne, we was in his Q45 right in front of the Apollo. It was Grant's tomb. I don't know if you're familiar. You're young.
I know, but I heard
Grant's tomb used to be every Wednesday. Niggas walking down. Everybody was there. We playing the beats in the car, hanging out, drinking 40s, and the rest of the shit. They walked by. I don't know them from a can of paint, but I knew they was rappers, but I didn't know it was them walking by. They walked by and said, yo, who beats is them? And I'm like, man, wow, what's up? I thought it was some beat. And they was like, no, come to the studio. It's not by that's by God in the universe that happened.
And look what they got knowledge of self.
Yeah, knowledge of self. So it all worked out. And the crazy shit to that, one of them is married to one of my childhood friends.
That's crazy.
That I went to junior high school with. It's crazy. And she got knowledge of self. So it's like, it's crazy how the magnetism worked its way out. And it's not me. So when I got into the business diluted me and I started dumbing myself down to fit into that world. And then and Puff managed me too. You know what I'm saying? Once I got into the thing and the Puff management shit and all the rest of that, I started really seeing how this whole shit was.
I was say you might have to say pause after that.
Yeah, I seen a lot of shit. Of shit.
No, yeah.
And you got to think about this. And I tell people this all the time. My career is on record. You can Google my name, my government name, Edward Henson Jr. or Edward Henson, the producer. Edward Self Henson, the producer. Google any of that. It's written record and by law, all my accolades, the shit that I'm saying and did is there with my name on it. Credits, everything. It's there. There's no way to get by that. Now, why am I not Timberland? Why am I not Dr. Dre?
All right, so now that we back there, right? So now that we back into that conversation, Cause we skipped some more anthems. Now you hopped on because you said you was on Cam's first one.
Yeah.
But then you was on another big Cam album.
I did a lot of Cam.
Him and J.R. Ryder was on. J.R. Ryder was on that one. Yeah.
Yeah, me and Dipset. I did the Dipset.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what I was gonna be. Yo.
Juelz Santana. I did Juelz Santana first album. He was in a group called Draft Pick. I did that before he even got to Cam.
Oh shit.
Like
because he was in Harlem.
No, but the Priority. I think he was on Priority. And I was going over there. He had an album. He had another. He had a partner. It was Juelz Santana and another dude from Harlem. They had a group, and then he went and got with Cam, and then that's when I did the what you call it the Dipset out Santana dip.
Yo, you know what? Yo, that record was already big. But then Wayne, like on the mixtape, because I came up around that time. Yo, on the mixtape, when Wayne hopped on it, yo. Wayne dip Weezy set. Yo, nah, he killed that shit. He killed that shit.
The shit just was, and to say what I was saying was like the reason why I'm not a household name with these many records sold and placed.
And yeah, you got over how many you got
over 50 million sold. But combined with every record I was on,
like up to date,
even with the Music Soul Child, the Fat Joe, all these platinum albums, records. Go back, do the math. They come out. If it's not 50, it's 25. Maybe I'm off a couple. Who fucking knows? But I know it's millions upon
and
millions.
And that's not even just gold records. Those like platinum.
Platinum, because you had to go platinum back then for shit to mean something. Gold was really nothing. But for me not to be a household name from that, I had to not be in something. You understand?
I understand.
Like I seen a lot that I didn't agree with, and I said, this ain't me. Like that's why I said, let me get my own artists and nurture my own. Timbaland had Missy, Dre had Snoop, and the rest of them. All the great producers had artists that they dwelled off with.
Made their own sound with
and that's what I was doing with my Artist Amazing. You know what I'm saying? And then when I seen the fuckery in the business and I was trying to put him out, and then that mishap happened, that's when I didn't consort with the buffoonery that was happening in the industry.
Well put.
Once they seen and they seen I wasn't getting into buffoonery, even though I had every right to, I had every lane, I could have. I had every opportunity. I had opportunities from the upper powers in the music industry. I could have did it. But I'd have been selling my soul, I feel like. And that's not my cloth. That's not where I'm from. So when I didn't, and then my artist failed, the artist situation went down, they didn't let me back in.
And you said you signed to Universal. But before if Universal signed you, I know it had to be some type of bidding war.
Yeah, with Sony.
Damn.
With Sylvia Rome.
Damn.
Sylvia Rome and Dino DeValier. Dino DeValier is the one that signed my deal. Shout out to Dino, that's my boy. But Sylvia was offering me one thing, Sony. I went to a meeting at Sony with my artist. She was like, all right, I'm with this. And she offered me a certain amount of money. And then Dino and me happened to be friends at the time. So after that, we was all hype, me, Maze, my whole team. Hype. We go, I'm like, Dino, man, I'm about to get this deal with Sylvia. He said, come up here to Universal. And then we went to his office in Universal. And he said, how much she offered? And I told him how much. He said, all right, we're going to double that. And I'm going to sign y'all. I said, what? I said, hell yeah. And my artist said, fuck that. We going.
Nah, yeah.
And we went. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like I said, the buffoonery, if I would have, because I done went to parties, seen bullshit. I done been around people who seen bullshit.
So, all right, so.
And I'm not going to say all the
bullshit. You don't got to say
what's going on.
Everybody,
and it's being exposed
but you confirming
now.
it. Now
it's all being exposed
now.
So for me not to be, for 50 million records sold, and you can actually see it, and not to be none of them bigger producers.
Something ain't right.
I didn't think about it. I didn't do what they want. If I would have did what they want to do, I would have been a household name by now.
Yeah, what? Because your resume speaks for itself.
I kept on my own 2 feet. That's what God do. Stands as foundation. I'm not going to sell my soul to nobody when I know who I am. Even though I was dumbing myself down, I still had knowledge of self. Always like, nigga, something ain't right with that party over there.
And Let me ask you a question too, because
you know
even business wise, like, did you become like a little bit business savvy because of because of the streets? Did that take?
I mean, the drug,
did it play
of
a part
course,
in it?
it played a part, but you know, even I had a hard time transitioning though because when things went bad, it went bad.
Yeah.
I lost my accountant, I lost my lawyer, my management. I ain't had no management. Then I had to do everything myself. At one time, get a placement, it go to the accountant. The accountant got all the money. If I need anything, the accountant, hey, I need some money. I need 50,000. Go get this car. All right, I got you. Come get it. I'll go get the 50,000. Go get my car. I don't know what my bank statements is. Nothing. My accountant handling all that. I don't know how to pay bills. My accountant paid my bills. So once all that was gone, I had to then say, I fucked up for years. I didn't know how to pay bills. I didn't know how to get new work. It was just a process.
No, it is.
So once I learned it, that made me more business savvy because I knew everything that I went through that I didn't like. That made me study more of the business. That made me figure out things more with the business.
Well, I know after because you would become more wise. I meant like early on because like even what you saying with those placements, like where it was co-produced. Like what like what was like the splits like? Because
the splits always for me was oh shit.
Hey,
here. The splits for me always was percentages. I get my points. It was points. And then usually if I use a sample.
Damn, we get a sample too.
If I use a sample, the sample would take probably half to something. So it's usually the writer. Okay, hold on.
Nah, you good.
It's usually the writer gets, and this is the business. The writer gets, there's 100% of one record. We produce a record, me and you, right? I produce this record, you write the lyrics, you perform it, right? Cool. That's 100% record. Really 200, but that's a whole nother course.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But let's keep the 100. 100. Out of that, you get 50 for writing and performing it. I get 50 for the beat. But if I use a sample, once we get it cleared, that usually knocks it down to 25. So if anything, it's a lot of joints that I didn't do samples with, I caught my whole 50. A lot of joints I didn't, I had to pay the sample their percentage. The writer usually keep what they had to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's all written from them. But when you produce, if you don't sample, it's the best because you can keep your whole 50, which is really 100. But at the same time, but if not, it's 12.5% or this, and then you get percentage, which they was raping us back then because they give us 3.5 points on the royalties and all that, and that shit was pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
But you know, now it's totally different. But that's what it was. It was simple like that. I knew, and it made me learn all of it. Then I signed a publishing deal, and they gave me $500,000 with Universal. And then with that, I had to learn. I got raped with that. I had to learn the whole publishing game from that because they was doing me so dirty that I had to dive in and learn the publishing game. So now I'm an animal. I know the publishing. I know the coding. I know the beats. I know the filming. I know every last thing, bro.
Yeah, because you got your hands in a lot, man.
Yeah, and I'm helping people. Like I got in this. I'm helping people today.
Like, we see it. We see it. Nah, you're a busy man. But before we get into all that, we're gonna take a quick break.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
I bet.